Hello wonderful people and welcome back to my channel Sloppy to Rocky. So the first thing obviously I'm going to do is I'm going to add a basic shape of a rectangle. That is the first thing that I'm going to do. There you go. It's kind of like a strip in a shape of a strip, and I'm going to just a little bit round off the corner, or maybe not. I'll keep it straight. So the first thing I'm going to do is here I'm going to the idea is to have a wraparound here in this area, and I'm going to do that by adding a rectangle over here. As you can see, that's the first thing that I'm doing. After that, I'm going to give it a color, of course, set the outline to none. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change its color a little bit, make it a bit grayish so that we can see what is going on. And I'm also going to set the stroke to none for this. I'm going to select both of these and I'm going to align them properly. Once that is done, I'm going to zoom in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset the path of the rectangle here. Let's just play around. I think 20, maybe let's see, 30. How does it goes? Yeah, let's try 40. This is fine. So I have offset the path. I'm going to change its color once again, and I'm going to make it 40 yellow, not 40 pixels, but yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, zoom out and hold it, and just simply crunch it so that I can give this shape on the background like this. So this is what the whole idea is. Then I would like to add the same shape on the left bottom of this rectangular box. For that, let's once again do something that will help us, and obviously I'm going to offset the path. There you go. Let's invert this, and I have another rectangle, so I'm going to bring it down. It's all eyeball, nothing too specific. You just look at it and you get an idea of what you really want to do. Now I am going to add a background to it. For that, I'll draw this and push it down, give it a different color, maybe gray. I think that will be fine. I'll just reverse it and set it to none, and I'm going to push it down and I'll lock it and give this white color so it's nicely visible. So this gives me a platform on what I really want to do. The next thing, as you can see, what I'm doing here is that I'm going to add a small piece of rectangle, because like I said, the idea is to give it a wraparound, and for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape here like a rectangle, like so. And once it is done, I will give it this yellow color, but I'll go here in the color picker and make it darker, as if the shadow of the top rectangle is falling onto it. Now I'm going to copy it and paste it in the front, and then I'll reverse it, flip it or reverse it, whatever you might want to call it. And then let me just flip it around and bring it down here. As you can see, now you get this idea of what I was talking about, of wrapping around. So I'm going to do one more thing. I'll take another shape from here as well on the left, and I'll bring it to the top here, but I'm going to bring it to the front. I'll just shrink it the size, and I'll bring it to the top or bring it to the front, whatever you might want to call. And once I'm done that, I'm going to add a shape here as well. I'm going to give the same color. As you can see, this also gives a wraparound. So whatever is on the top, I'll give it a wraparound. From here, as you can see, I'm now playing around with the text settings. I've speeded up the video because I don't want to bore you with slower details, but all I'm doing is I'm decreasing the space between the letters, eyeballing it, trying to see what I like, what I might not like, center align it, and I'm going to give it a white color. This helps me to set this thing. The next thing is that I'm going to add text here. So I've written this word heading, and I'll also add the text below here. Again, I'm just trying different varieties of the font styles, and then I'm going to add small text here. As I'm typing it here, some text goes here, and I'll keep on writing more lines on this, and I'll make it smaller, reduce the size, and bring it here. Now I'm going to add more text here. Basically copy this and paste it, press enter so that it doesn't overlap over the yellow part. As you can see, I'm bringing it down here. So in this way you can create this infographic in which you want to give 2 layers or 3 layers. Like I said, it's here 01, then 02, 03. You can go on adding. So this will create a nice infographic. I think it's almost done. There are a few more things that I might want to tweak. Let me just go into the FX settings here in the appearance panel, in the FX, and from here I'll choose stylize and then drop shadow. I'll play around with the values here. Maybe since I want the drop shadow on the left, I'll push the X offset to -7, Y to 7, blur maybe 4 or 5. I think 5 is fine. Maybe 4. I think 5 would be fine. I'll play around with the opacity, and now I'm gonna press OK. So this looks fine to me. All I have to do is just add this drop shadow to all the other objects, and for that I'm going to really speed up the video and not take too much of your time so that you won't get bored. So what I'm really trying to do is that I'm going to add the colors, sorry, not the colors, the drop shadow to every one of them. And I'm gonna just kind of stay quiet here for the whole thing so that you can look at it and see it for yourself, that there are no shortcuts and that you really have to do everything, so that you can make sure that you learn the whole process, you understand whatever that is happening here. As you can see, I'm going to have speeded up everything here. I'm playing around with the text a little bit. As you can see, I've given it the same color, made it a little bit more bolder, but it's pretty much done here. I'm going to reduce its size, kind of place it in the center, and then I will create 2 more copies of it of different colors, because I want it to be a 3-step infographic, so that as if you're giving information to your clients, they can see what is the step 1, what is the step 2, and what is the step 3. I'm completely going to speed up the whole process, just change colors so that you can see for yourself what is really going on. So kept a bit of rust color to this, made it number 2. Third, I thought I will make it green. Again, I'll give it the shadow effect. Change the text color, make it 3. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to play around with the background a little bit. Go here in the layers, unlock the background. Try and see if making it a little bit lighter would make it look nicer. but I think it's okay here with the dark. And that's it. That's how you create a 3-step infographic, which is quite easy. But if you put in your hard work, put in your ideas, this is what you can get.